Much love and welcome to another EBX discussion. And I know you're doing great because you're alive and breathing. And let's call down that protection for ourselves, from ourselves. And let's get to those wonderful honors. I honor thy ancestors, my parents. My dad, may he rest in peace and in power. And I give honor to my mom, which is still alive and vibrant. And I give thanks to my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute for joining in. And always look to go on new adventures and learn new things. And don't pay attention to things that are before you, especially if they're toxic and there's something insignificant to this walk that we are on. And always go in and invest in your spirituality and find new ways to strengthen it. And I've done past podcasts on taking on the spirits of animals. And today we're going to fly. We're going to fly like an eagle. And we're going to talk about having the spirit of an eagle righteously. And we're going to get into it. We're going to go deep, ladies and gentlemen. So just how deep do you want to go? And when you're flying high, you're not worried about subscriptions, views, going viral. None of those things mean nothing to you when you're all about the message. And it's from the heart, the soul, and the mind. And we're going to talk about what having the spirit of an eagle represents, my brothers and sisters. And let's get into it. Let's go. The eagle represents leadership and authority. And those who make this their spirit animal are born to be leaders and high achievers. We that take on the spirit of an eagle, we are visionaries who know our power of expanding their self-discoveries and striving to teach greater personal freedom. I'm going to do that line again. We that take on the spirit of an eagle are high vibrational brothers and sisters. We are visionaries when we take on this spirit. And most of us are already visionaries anyway. And we know the power of expanding one's self and discoveries and striving to teach greater personal freedom. But we're going to take the dumb off. Free and not dumb. And with that being said, I want to say we're all leaders. There are no followers. We stand with one another. No one should ever be a follower. We shouldn't look at each other as followers. We are leaders. Some just haven't manifested that leader ability. Some of us don't know that we are leaders. And we should never idolize anyone, because idling is standing still, and idolizing is almost like copying. So keep that spirit of an eagle and just fly high. And I always like to use oneself, and I always like to be grateful and thank my brothers and sisters that take the time to stop and listen to Brother EBX. I always got to say that. I appreciate that, because you could have been doing anything else. But when you're flying high, you don't care about, you don't follow the crowd. You don't go with the flock. You stay within yourself, my brothers and sisters. You stay in your own lane as long as it's righteous. And many of us have that power, whether high status or low status. And like I said on a previous video, status is a state of mind, which is the same as success, a state of mind. It's all how you feel on the inside, my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. So you don't have $1 million, but you can feel like $1 million. This can be done. You can have this power, but you have to take those times to yourself to study and learn and get to know your true power and bring it up out of you and show it to others to teach them, because it's all about raising and teaching other brothers and sisters, soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. So don't give a damn about views. Don't give a damn about going viral and subscriptions and all that. Because like one individual told me years ago, be authentic and they will come. And just be your true, authentic self. And do what you've been doing, my brothers and sisters, your whole life. Remember what it took to get you where you are, something I say a lot. And that will keep you grounded and keep you focused and keep you firm and keep you steadfast. We should always pay attention to what's important, to the issue at hand. Always pay attention to the bigger picture as we have fun, because you have to have fun and have a sense of humor, and you can't be uptight all the time. But we do have to stay focused in this life, especially in these times, because these times that we're living in can be very, very unpredictable. But when you're flying high like an eagle, you can see for miles, and you can see things sometimes maybe other people can't see. And that's not to be conceited or that one knows more than the other or better than any other individual. But when you seeing clear, when you have been through your woulda, coulda, shouldas, when you've been through your studying, when you've been through your years of becoming in tune with yourself, and most brothers and sisters that have awakened, we have done this. We know what it's like to be toxic and make wrong decisions. That's why a lot of us soldiers and soldierettes, salute, are out here teaching today. That's why a lot of us have arisen. And we need to get over the fact of, we need to get away from low views and high status and low status. That shit is so freaking overrated. Let's not forget why we started this mission, something I always say. And this is a mission that we're on. This is truth that however everybody goes at their, like I said, their spiritual gifts, their truth, their walk, everybody is an individual. That's how I always look at everything. I never judge, I assess and stand with my brothers and sisters. And we all have good information, and we can all share to one another and make us all become powerful. And even though we all have our own little platforms and our own little things going on, we all have that same power if we are awakened and we are righteous. I always got to throw that in there. But when you're flying high like an eagle, you don't care about none of that shit. You just do what the Creator has led us to do. That's what we're supposed to be doing at the end of the day. We live in a righteous life, and the Creator will protect us. But something I say a lot, the Creator always protect the righteous, because I've seen it in my life, and I've seen the Creator move in others' life, brothers and sisters. And something that I will always keep in my spirit and I always express, we have some very, very great brothers and sisters out there, and I'm so very appreciative. And I'm not one of those brothers that don't give other brothers and sisters their credit, because when I began this walk, I did begin it listening to teachings of my brothers and my sisters, and I'm very proud of that. Some of my best teachers in my life have been melanated, and I'm very proud of that. And I've learned from my biological family, friends, my online family, because I am a receiver. I receive. We have to receive, ladies and gentlemen. We have to open that mind, those eyes wide open. I mean, not just be awakened, become one with being awakened. I mean, really, really open your eyes. And the more we invest in our spirituality and going deeper and deeper, like I said, as we have fun and we enjoy ourselves, and don't take too much solitude where we're blocking everybody out. We still show love, and we still do wellness checks, as I said in a few videos back. But we do have to take those time to ourselves to recharge and refuel, so we can be strong enough and have our mindset so we can reach others that we are connected to. And that's all what solitude is all about. When you flying high, you are maintaining your sanity. It's all about keeping that psyche in check. Because where the mind goes, what I always say, ladies and gentlemen, what follows the mind? The body. So keep your mind right at all fucking costs. All costs. And study that spirit of an eagle. Represent some very good Very, very good qualities. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, eagle flies high against tough wind, strong, fierce, and can see for miles. So you never have to worry about no self-hate. When you have the spirit of an eagle, the negativity, when you're living in a full-on, full-blown, 100% righteous life, they'll see you from afar, but they won't be able to get near, won't be able to touch. Because when you don't run in those negative circles, you don't have to worry about too much negative energy. You'll see it, you'll analyze it before it even get to you. It'll crumble and fall apart. That's how I go when the universe spawns those righteous brothers and sisters that we see today, young and old. Because I don't want to forget about the young brothers and sisters either. We have a lot of good young brothers and sisters. It's just that it's a lot of negativity going on to make it harder to see the young brothers and sisters. Because I know some good young brothers and some good young sisters, and no one's, we always say, no one's perfect, but you can always study on having perfect intentions. It takes discipline, integrity, and doing the right thing, even when it feels uneasy or make you, or you feel nervous or some kind of concern. It always works out in the end when you live a righteous life. And taking on that spirit of an eagle will keep you flying. It will keep you flowing. That's what I say. If I could tell you nothing else, if you learn nothing else from EBX, keep on flying. Let no stupid, ignorant, stupid shit stop you from achieving your goals, especially if you're living a righteous life. Because, like I said, when you take on that spirit of ego, when you flying high, you're a leader. You're an achiever. Views don't mean nothing. One feels like he has 1 million views. One feels like he has $1 million. And that's a great feeling. And I want to pass that on to my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute that you don't have to have all these things that we see in the media, that the media will make you think that you have to make you feel fulfilled. No, fulfill yourself. And the creator and the universe and Mother Nature will fulfill you. But you got to start by being true. You can't clout chase. You can't chase things. The universe, when the universe is ready to drop certain things in you for you to do, it will be done. There's power in patience, and there's power in silence. Because it's nothing wrong with communicating. We have to communicate to get that energy out there. That's the good thing. That's the one plus side of social media, is being able to communicate and reach those. If you got a good heart and you mean well and you don't have any kind of evil agenda, that's when it's good. Now, social media has also spawned those who are living in a dream world and don't realize how they look on social media. And unfortunately, it's running pretty rampant with some adults, unfortunately. Because I'll admit, when I first started out, it can become very addictive, and you really have to be careful how you navigate on social media, real talk, and use it for the right reasons and good things. It's okay to be silly and goofy and take selfies, but don't let it consume you. One thing I will always teach you, brothers and sisters, my soldiers and soldierettes, salute. Observe everything, but don't absorb it, especially if it's negative, toxic, or something that's disrupting your psyche. Because it's something you will always hear me say, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot, I repeat, cannot disrupt that flow of the universe. And that's why I wish my brothers and sisters, some of my brothers in the rap game and in this Hollywood and this industry would stop this beef and shit. It's really getting old. It's getting fucking ridiculous. It really is. And that's why I came up with the spirit of an eagle. We have to fly high. We have to fly over the bullshit. We have to fly over the petty things, stuff that are insignificant, that has nothing to do with this walk that we are on. We have to stop letting other things drag us away from this mission that we're on, and I'm seeing a lot of that. Now, I'm not this big speaker. I'm not this perfect dude. I've made plenty of fucking mistakes, and I've talked about that on multiple videos, and we'll be willing to talk about whatever challenge I ever had or mistake or whatever. That's not what this is about. That's you can't drag and you can't lag and you can't stay on the past. Like I said in my book, we extract the needed tools of the past. And this thing about this social media, that's why we have to fly high, my brothers and sisters. Because once you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, once you record it, it's out there. Even when you delete it, it's still out there somewhere. So let's just be gentlemen, and let's be ladies, and let's just keep flying high and never get away from what's important, which is our family, our health, our life, our mental health, our spiritual life. Because something I'm coming to the realization of, my soldiers and soldierettes, salute. Our spiritual life is very, very important, especially these days. And you have some evil people in this world, evil beings, evil entities, whatever you want to call them, that are very crafty, and they know a lot about that spiritual side. So that's why we have to keep on communicating. We got to keep on weeding through the weeds on this social media jungle, and stick to being authentic. And authentic will always get you through. And we will never have to worry about storms, because we're eagles, my brothers and sisters. We fly against the wind. When we talk and breathe, we blow everything, any storm away. So be an eagle. Take on that spirit of an eagle. Be fierce. Be a force to be reckoned with. And always start right where you are. And again, you don't have to have $1 million to feel like you got $1 million. You don't have to have 1 million views. You can feel like 1 million views. You don't have to be a star, my brothers and sisters. You can feel like you a star, because in the Creator's eyes, and in the universe world, and in Mother Nature's world, you are a star. You are the best thing happening, especially if you're righteous and you turn your life around and you want to see others do better in their lives. And a great quote that I've heard, and I always like to say who it is actually a Caucasian dude that I heard this quote from, but it's a very good quote. What is in the way becomes the way. So whatever's standing in your way, and you let it, you don't do anything about it, and you just let it stay there, and you don't study it and work on it, it can fester. So work on any little mishap, just little things that, maybe we don't share with others. Those little things that kind of hold us back. Let nothing hold you back. You fly against that wind, my brothers and sisters. Because a lot of us, brothers and sisters and teachers out here, we have been through the fucking fire. And if we can do it, you can do it. This for those that's struggling in that self-aware area, that's struggling in their mind. You can do it. You have to stay with it. Go to the Creator. Ask Him to send you that power and that strength to strengthen yourself, so you can strengthen those that's connected to you. Because we have to, once we get ourselves right, we have to work on helping those around us when we can, because that's what keep that universe aligned. Because the Creator doesn't give us, brothers and sisters, gifts to keep to ourselves. We get gifts for a reason, but we have to pick our battles, and we have to observe and study and learn what to burn our energy on. Learn what to burn your energy on and what not to burn your energy on. And one good thing to burn your energy on is anything that educates your psyche and keeps your spirit full and keeps your soul full and keeps you whole and centered. And having the courage to know when you're wrong. And don't get into the thinking that we know everything. We can do that. We can live a very balanced, easy, smooth, righteous life. And that's all those things that I said. You can get that from carrying that great spirit of an eagle. Because remember, the eagle represents leadership and authority. And those who make this their spirit animal are born to be leaders and high achievers. We that take on the spirit of an eagle, we are visionaries who know the power of expanding oneself and discoveries and striving to teach greater personal freedom, but free and not done. So keep on flying high and keep on focusing on what's important, and always go to our Creator and Mother Nature for strength, and you will get anything you need while you're on this walk. Never stop. Let nothing stop you or break you in this spirit that you have been building our whole life, my brothers and sisters. And that's my positive thought, and that's my real thought. And I give thanks to my family. I give thanks to my children, their mothers, soldiers and soldierettes. Salute, brothers and sisters. May you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now. One.